While the mighty lion may rule the land, today our focus shifts beneath the waves. Ocean predators are every bit as powerful and deadly, perhaps even more mysterious than their land-based counterparts. The world's oceans are teeming with fascinating, beautiful, and sometimes truly terrifying creatures, and that's part of their allure. Here are the 15 most powerful ocean predators in the world. Number 15. Deep-sea crocodiles. In 2018, Australian parks and wildlife rangers captured a monster of a crocodile. The beast was 15 feet and 5 inches long and weighed a whopping 1,300 pounds. These deep-sea monsters are sometimes referred to as saltwater crocodiles. Unlike alligators or caiman, deep-sea crocodiles have functional lingual salt glands for expelling sodium chloride and a fairly impermeable lining to their inner mouth, which makes them inherently hardier than their relatives in seawater. Any good-sized crocodilian can survive a long while without drinking fresh water by satisfying its needs via food and metabolic action. A number of crocodile species readily reside in these habitats, but two are by far most comfortable in marine settings: the American croc and the Indo-Pacific, aka saltwater croc. Highly adaptable, they are excellent swimmers and have often been spotted far out at sea. Classic opportunistic predators, they lurk patiently beneath the surface near the water's edge, waiting for potential prey to stop for a sip of water and crunch. They'll feed on anything they can get their jaws on, including water buffalo, monkeys, wild boar, and even sharks. Without warning, they explode from the water with a thrash of their powerful tails, grasp their victim, and drag it back in, holding it under until it's all over. Incredible. Number 14. Orcas. Everybody assumes that the top predator in the ocean is the great white shark, but a new study reveals that the massive shark is not the ocean's top apex predator. The title rightly belongs to orcas, also known as killer whales. They weigh up to 6 tons and grow to 23 to 32 feet. That's almost as long as a school bus. Now, that's some kind of power. Though they don't typically attack humans, they have the ability to take down large marine animals such as sea lions, whales, and even great white sharks. Orcas love their nutrient-rich livers. Yeah, these animals know what they like and how to get it. Scientists have even begun to notice that when orcas enter shark-filled waters, the sharks leave, and in many cases do not return for months. In particular, in 2009, a team radio-tagged 17 sharks around a marine and wildlife refuge off the coast of California. The sharks happily munched on young elephant seals in the waters around the island, which they regularly do between September and December. But when a pod of orcas entered the water for just a couple of hours, the sharks hightailed it out of there, and most didn't return that season. Number 13. Tiger shark. The tiger shark is a large, in-charge predator capable of attaining a length of 16 feet and 5 inches. Next to great whites, these powerful sharks have the second highest rate of attacks on humans. Populations are found in many tropical and temperate waters, especially around central Pacific islands. Its name derives from the dark stripes down its body, which resemble a tiger's pattern but fade as the shark matures. The tiger shark is a solitary, mostly nocturnal hunter, but strangely, it's notable for having the widest food spectrum of all sharks. Divers sometimes call them the garbage cans of the sea for good reason. There's almost nothing they won't try to eat. Their serrated teeth are perfectly designed to slice through bone, shell, and even metal, making them formidable scavengers. Tiger sharks have been known to follow fishing boats for miles, drawn by the scent of bait or discarded fish. In Hawaiian culture, they are both feared and revered, believed to be the embodiment of ancestral spirits. Some researchers have even tagged tiger sharks to track their epic migrations, revealing journeys of thousands of miles across open ocean. Their stealthy approach and sudden bursts of speed make them one of the ocean's most unpredictable hunters. Its prey includes crustaceans, fish, seals, birds, squid, turtles, sea snakes, dolphins, and even other smaller sharks. But what gets people's attention is some of the wacky stuff that shows up in tiger shark stomachs. Rubber boots, bags of charcoal, boat cushions, hubcaps, pets, raincoats, handbags, cow's hooves, deer antlers, lobsters, a suit of armor, sneakers with legs attached. This list could go on for a while. Scientists are still determining whether such a diet means the tiger shark is primitive and unevolved in its willingness to eat anything or whether being able to eat anything is a smart evolutionary defense. We choose the latter. They're obviously geniuses. Number 12. Portuguese Man of War. The Portuguese Man of War may look like a bloated jellyfish, but it's actually a siphonophore, a bizarre group of animals that consist of colonies made up of dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of genetically identical individual creatures. These colonies spend a lot of time floating at the water's surface, and when the gas bladder is expanded, it looks and acts a bit like a sailboat. In the age of sailing, many European navies used tall warships loaded with cannons and propelled by 3 masts. British sailors took to calling this kind of vessel a man of war, and so this creature got its name. Beneath the surface, the man of war trails tentacles that can stretch up to 165 feet, nearly as long as half a football field. These tentacles are armed with venomous nematocysts, capable of paralyzing small fish and deterring most predators. Sometimes, entire beaches are closed when swarms of man-o-war wash ashore, their translucent bodies glistening in the sun. Sea turtles, however, seem unfazed and are among the few creatures that can eat them without harm. The vibrant blue and purple hues of the man-o-war are a warning to would-be attackers. Danger lurks here. Even after washing up dead, their tentacles can still deliver a painful sting to the unwary. The odds of being killed by a Portuguese man-o-war are pretty slim, but just because deaths are rare doesn't mean you should touch one. On February 11, 2018, 204 people in Hollywood, Florida, were treated for stings, which can lead to red welts on the skin, muscle cramps, elevated heart rates, and vomiting. Still, the creatures can kill. One unlucky victim suffered a full cardiovascular collapse and died after getting too close to a man-o-war in eastern Florida back in 1987. More recently, a woman swimming off Sardinia was stung by one and died of anaphylactic shock. So know before you go. Number 11. Polar bear, the Arctic ocean hunter. Yes, these mighty giants. Polar bears spend most of their lives on the sea ice of the Arctic Ocean, depending on the ocean for their food and habitat. The only bear species to be considered marine mammals, the polar bear is a hypercarnivorous bear whose native range lies largely within the Arctic Circle, encompassing the Arctic Ocean, its surrounding seas, and surrounding land masses. An adult male weighs around 700 to 1,500 pounds, while an adult female is about half that size, with many body characteristics adapted for cold temperatures, moving across snow, ice, and open water, and hunting seals. Their sense of smell is so powerful that they can detect a seal nearly a mile away, even beneath several feet of compacted snow. Some have been observed patiently waiting by breathing holes for hours, ready to snatch an unsuspecting seal in a flash. Despite their size, polar bears can move with surprising stealth, blending into the icy landscape as they stalk their prey. Cubs learn survival skills from their mothers, following her across the frozen wilderness and mimicking her every move. In the endless Arctic twilight, a polar bear's silhouette can look almost ghostly, gliding across the ice. Encounters with these bears are rare and unforgettable, a reminder of the wildness that still rules the far north. Polar bears are born on land but spend most of their time on the sea ice. Their scientific name, Ursus maritimus, means maritime bear and derives from this fact. Capable of reaching speeds of up to 6 miles per hour in the water, polar bears can swim for long distances steadily for many hours to get from one piece of ice to another. Their large paws are specifically adapted for swimming, which they use to paddle through the water while holding their hind legs flat like a rudder. But don't let that white fur and sweet face fool you. Now it's time for today's topic. In a classified deep-sea expedition, a NOAA submarine crew made a chilling discovery that has left scientists stunned. While exploring an uncharted trench in the Pacific Ocean, the crew's sonar detected an enormous, moving object at a depth of over 20,000 feet. Initially thought to be a geological anomaly, the object began to move toward the submarine, prompting the crew to activate their high-definition deep-sea cameras. For a brief, heart-stopping moment, the cameras captured the creature, a massive, unidentifiable being with a grotesque, otherworldly appearance. Its body was enormous, with rough, scarred skin that seemed to shimmer in the faint light of the sub's beams. The creature's head was broad, with large, reflective eyes that seemed to study the submarine before it vanished into the darkness. The footage, now under strict classification, has sparked intense debate among NOAA scientists. Some speculate the creature could be a previously undiscovered species adapted to the crushing pressures of the deep ocean, while others suggest it might be a relic from prehistoric times. The location of the trench remains undisclosed, fueling speculation about what else might be lurking in the uncharted depths. For now, the creature remains a mystery, leaving the world to wonder what secrets the ocean still holds. Number 10. Deep-sea anglerfish. National Geographic called these otherworldly terrors from the deep, possibly the ugliest animal on the planet. Do you agree? They're a little scary, for sure, from their mouth full of razor-sharp, translucent teeth to their dead eyes. These deep-sea carnivores are rarely seen alive, so we're really lucky to get to know them. They live several hundred feet below the ocean's surface, and when one gets caught in a fishing net or washes ashore, it's because it couldn't survive near the shore. In the pitch-black world they inhabit, anglerfish are masters of deception and patience. Some species have been found with tiny parasitic males permanently fused to their bodies, living as little more than sperm donors. The female, meanwhile, rules the darkness, her glowing lure attracting everything from shrimp to unsuspecting fish. Scientists have marveled at their ability to withstand crushing pressures and freezing temperatures, thriving where few other creatures can. Their skin is often covered in strange bumps and flaps, helping them blend into the rocky seafloor. Every encounter with an anglerfish is a rare glimpse into a world where the bizarre is simply normal. Few wonders of the sunless depths appear quite so ghoulish or improbable as anglerfish, creatures that dangle bioluminescent lures in front of needle-like teeth. They're fish that fish. Typically, the rod of flesh extending from the forehead glows at the tip. Anglerfish can wiggle the lure to better mimic living bait. Most species can open their mouths wide enough to devour prey whole, using their fangs not only as daggers but as bars of a cage. Some can open their jaws and stomachs so wide as to trap victims much larger than themselves. Though anglerfish are rarely as large as a man's fist, one specimen from a depth of 2.2 miles off West Africa was 1.5 feet long. It was also unusual in having its glowing bait conveniently located inside its enormous mouth. Show off. Number 9. The Bobbit Worm. Readers of a certain age will remember the story of Mrs. Lorena Bobbit, who in 1993 made world news for taking a kitchen implement to her abusive husband's lower regions. If you get our drift. So why not name a worm after the infamous bobbits? In 1996, a lowly and largely overlooked ocean worm was finally bequeathed the common name the Bobbit Worm, and it's a gnarly little beast. Found in warmer oceans around the world, this weird worm buries itself into sediment, leaving only its mouth exposed with its huge, scissor-like jaws open wide. 5 antennae protruding from its head act like trip wires. Some divers have described the Bobbit Worm as the stuff of nightmares, with its lightning-fast ambushes and alien appearance. Its iridescent body can shimmer with rainbow colors under the right light, making it both beautiful and terrifying. There are even stories of unlucky aquarium keepers discovering a bobbit worm only after it had devoured prized fish for months, hiding in the sand unseen. The worm's jaws snap shut with such force that they can break aquarium glass if startled. Scientists are still learning about its bizarre behaviors, including how it can regenerate lost body parts. Despite its fearsome reputation, the bobbit worm is a master of patience, sometimes waiting weeks for the perfect meal to wander by. If a fish accidentally brushes past one of them, it has mere milliseconds to flee, and then gotcha. The bobbit worm's razor-sharp mouthparts strike with such velocity that prey is sometimes sliced clean in two. Up to a couple of inches wide and 10 feet long, the bobbit worm stays hidden under tropical sands with just its 5 antennae poking out, waiting. When it senses prey from above, it moves with stealth, speed, and major strength to grab them. It also injects them with a toxin to help break down its food for easier digestion. So this isn't just a worm, it's a weapon, a very powerful one. Number 8. Giant Pacific Octopus. The giant Pacific octopus is known to grow as large as 600 pounds and 30 feet. That's a whole lot of big, with 8 really long arms full of tentacles. Guinness World Records lists the biggest as 600 pounds with an arm span of 32 feet. That's a whole other level of big. These octopuses prey upon shrimp, crabs, scallops, cockles, snails, clams, lobster, fish, and other octopuses. Food is procured using its suckers and then bitten using its tough beak. With a brain as large as a bird's, the giant Pacific octopus is a master of escape and disguise, able to squeeze through impossibly small gaps. Divers have reported octopuses unscrewing jar lids and even opening aquarium tanks from the inside. Their skin can change color and texture in an instant, blending perfectly with rocks or coral. Some have been seen playing with objects, showing a surprising sense of curiosity and intelligence. In the wild, they sometimes decorate their dens with shells and shiny treasures found on the seafloor. These clever cephalopods have even been known to squirt jets of water at would-be intruders, a warning shot from the deep. It has also been observed catching spiny dogfish sharks up to 4 feet long in captivity. Additionally, carcasses of this same shark species have been found in giant Pacific octopuses in the wild, providing strong evidence of these octopuses preying on small sharks in their natural habitat. In May 2012, a wild giant Pacific octopus was photographed attacking and drowning a seagull, demonstrating that this species is not above eating any available food source within its size range, even birds. Fortunately, if left alone, these giants are fairly chill. Not exactly zero chill, but fairly chill. Number 7. The Great Barracuda. So famous, the legendary rock band Heart wrote a song about this powerful fish. The Great Barracuda is among the top predators in their environment and uses highly developed smell and vision to locate prey. When attacking, the barracuda charges at high speed and rams its target, then unleashes the power of its jaws, which allow it to slice through prey, even those larger than itself. The barracuda's jaw is formed so that the upper and lower jaws create rows of teeth. When the jaw closes, this acts like scissors, slicing through prey with ease. In the shimmering blue, a flash of silver signals its approach, sending smaller fish scattering in panic. Sometimes, divers catch a glimpse of its menacing grin, a reminder of the wild energy lurking just beneath the waves. Stories abound of barracudas following swimmers, drawn by the glint of jewelry mistaken for prey. Their lightning-fast strikes are almost impossible to see, and the aftermath is often a cloud of scales drifting in the water. Despite their fearsome reputation, barracudas are curious creatures, occasionally investigating boats or snorkelers with bold, unblinking eyes. Their presence adds a thrill to any underwater adventure, a living legend patrolling the reefs. You do not want to try feeding this wicked fish. Mostly found living on nearshore coral reefs in tropical and subtropical waters, the Great Barracuda stays close to the surface but has been observed as deep as 350 feet. They can grow over 6 feet in length, and the largest known weight was approximately 100 pounds, which means predators are in short supply. However, sharks, Goliath groupers, and even tuna have been known to feed on smaller adults. The Great Barracuda has no threats except the occasional dolphin or shark. That's no biggie. Number 6. Hagfish Swarm. Hagfish, the eel-like, slime-emitting wrigglers of the seafloor, just can't get enough of decaying corpses. Like zombie worms, just watch a swarm of them feed. When they come across a dead sea creature, they snuggle their sinewy bodies down into its cavities and stay there, writhing blissfully. Sometimes, dozens or even hundreds of hagfish will converge on a single carcass, turning the seafloor into a wriggling, slimy feeding frenzy. Their feeding habits are so efficient that they can strip a large animal down to the bone in just a matter of hours. Marine biologists have even used hagfish swarms to help clean skeletons for scientific study. Despite their gruesome reputation, hagfish play a vital role in the ocean ecosystem by recycling nutrients and cleaning up the remains of dead animals. Some cultures have even found uses for hagfish skin, turning it into a durable leather known as eel skin. They eat their way out of the carcass when they can't pack enough flesh into their tentacle-lined mouths. Hagfish absorb the carcass's nutrients right through their skin. Hagfish clean their plate. If a dead animal falls to the bottom of the sea, it's typically a hagfish swarm that gets there first, burrowing their entire bodies into the carcass. They have zero chill. Growing up to 18 inches in length, hagfish have some truly bizarre features. Eyes that cannot see, for hearts, up to 15 sets of gills, and they can change their gender season to season. To dodge predators, hagfish instantly produce loads of mucus and thin protein fibers through glands lining their bodies. When the slime makes contact with seawater, it expands into a transparent, sticky goo, filling the gills and choking its attacker, making the hagfish almost impossible to devour. Number 5. The Mantis Shrimp. Despite its common name, the Mantis Shrimp is not actually a shrimp. It's a stomatopod, distantly related to lobsters and crabs, and some of the most ancient animals on Earth, their evolution predating the dawn of the dinosaurs by around 170 million years. At first sight, its shell is a stunning kaleidoscope of green, orange, blue, and red, while leopard-like spots adorn its legs. Mantis shrimp are also famous for their extraordinary eyesight, which is among the most complex in the animal kingdom. They can see polarized light and detect 10 times more color than humans, including ultraviolet. Some scientists believe their vision is so advanced that it helps them communicate with each other using secret color codes. There are stories of aquarists who have had their aquarium glass shattered by a mantis shrimp's powerful strike, earning them the nickname thumb splitters. In the wild, they use their clubs to break open the hard shells of snails, crabs, and even clams with ease. Their burrows are often lined with the remains of their prey, a testament to their hunting prowess. But don't be fooled, this little creature is powerful. It's highly aggressive, territorial, and doesn't take kindly to strangers. Folded away beneath its body is a pair of lethal, club-like front legs or dactyls. If threatened, the mantis shrimp can whip out these appendages at speeds of 75 feet per second. That's 50 times faster than the blink of an eye, about the same as the trajectory of a .22 caliber bullet, and with a force some 100 times that of its weight, making it the strongest self-powered strike by any animal. So put them up. Native to coral reefs and other shallow water habitats in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, the mantis shrimp grows no more than 7 inches long and weighs around 1 pound and 5 ounces, about as heavy as a basketball. Number 4. Atlantic wolfish. The wolfish is a powerful, elongated fish with a gnarly grin. Its fearsome set of teeth are used for mashing up shellfish and sea urchins, and the whole inside of its mouth is made up of grinding molars, so there's no escape. Atlantic wolfish are voracious predators, and the large head, powerful jaws, and large canine teeth are all used to hunt and eat hard-bodied or spiny invertebrates such as crabs and large marine snails, so the teeth gotta do their job. These fish are restricted to the cold waters of the North Atlantic Ocean, and their blood contains several natural compounds that prevent it from freezing in such frigid temperatures. Some divers have described the first sight of a wolfish as both thrilling and intimidating, especially when the fish bares its impressive teeth. During the spawning season, wolfish become fiercely territorial, guarding their nests with surprising aggression. Their eggs are unusually large for a fish, and both parents may take turns protecting the nest from intruders. There are tales of wolfish biting through fishing lines with ease, leaving anglers both frustrated and amazed. Despite their tough appearance, wolffish are known to be quite shy, preferring to retreat into rocky crevices rather than confront divers. Their unique look and important ecological role have made them a favorite subject for underwater photographers. Atlantic wolffish are good table fare, and throughout its range, it's fished by both recreational fishers and occasional commercial net fishers. But over the last several decades, scientists have observed steep declines in its numbers. In the United States, it's considered a species of concern. Although they can occasionally be found in fairly shallow water, they're more frequently seen below 60 feet, lying with their heads protruding from holes. A decent torch is very useful for spotting them, as they usually withdraw into the hole as they are approached. Number 3. Leopard Seal. Leopard seals do not play well with others because they're kind of salty, so to speak. Generally, they hunt alone and are typically never seen with more than 1 or 2 individuals at a time. Due to their exceptionally nasty demeanor and solitary nature, however, little is known about them. Scientists are still trying to figure them out, but we know they're big and they're powerful. Female leopard seals, the larger of the two sexes, can reach weights of 1,300 pounds and grow to lengths of up to 10 feet. This specialized, streamlined body shape is excellent for propelling them through the water at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. Leopard seals are notorious for their dramatic hunting style, often launching themselves out of the water to snatch unsuspecting penguins from the ice. Their diet is surprisingly varied, including fish, squid, krill, and even other seals, making them one of the top predators in the Antarctic ecosystem. Some researchers have witnessed leopard seals playing with their food, tossing prey back and forth in the water before eating it. There are also stories of these seals approaching divers with a mix of curiosity and caution, sometimes even offering them freshly caught penguins as if to share a meal. Their haunting vocalizations, which echo beneath the ice, add to their mysterious reputation. Despite their solitary habits, leopard seals play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of their frigid environment. But they are cute. The ends of the leopard seal's mouth are permanently curled upward, creating the illusion of a smile or menacing grin. However happy they may be to see you, they're potentially aggressive animals that will always be keeping an eye out for the next meal. In the rare occasion that they haul out on land, they'll defend their personal space by issuing a warning growl at anything that comes too close. So give the leopard seal plenty of room. Number 2. Great White Shark. You've reached the most powerful ocean predator on our list, the great white shark. It's hard to imagine a 2,000-pound animal launching itself out of the water while hunting, but the great white shark does just that. This spectacular behavior is called breaching, and great white sharks breach in order to catch fast-moving prey like seals. In some coastal regions, researchers have observed these sharks using clever hunting strategies, such as ambushing seals from below in the early morning when visibility is low. Their rows of serrated teeth are constantly replaced throughout their lives, ensuring they always have a deadly bite. Some divers have described the chilling experience of seeing a great white glide silently past, its massive silhouette casting a shadow over the ocean floor. Despite their fearsome reputation, great whites are naturally curious and often investigate unfamiliar objects, sometimes even bumping boats or surfboards. There are even rare accounts of great whites displaying cautious, almost gentle behavior around divers, showing that these predators are more complex than their Hollywood image. Swimming fast at the surface, sharks can reach 40 miles per hour and fly 10 feet into the air. However, breaching is relatively rare because the shark has to use so much energy to propel itself. The great white shark can be found in the coastal surface waters of all the major oceans. It's notable for its size, with larger female individuals growing to 20 feet and 4,200 to 5,000 pounds. Lifespan of great white sharks is estimated to be as long as 70 years or more, well above previous estimates, making it one of the longest-lived cartilaginous fish currently known. Great white sharks can swim at speeds of 16 miles per hour for short bursts and to depths of 3,900 feet. The great white shark has no known natural predators other than, on very rare occasions, the killer whale, and is responsible for more recorded human bite incidents than any other shark. Ever seen the movie Jaws? Number 1. The stonefish. Sometimes you can't see what's beneath you while you swim in the ocean. The stonefish can be superbly camouflaged. They are masters at it, often looking like an encrusted rock or lump of coral, displaying colors like brown or gray, and may have patches of yellow, orange, or red, blending seamlessly into its environment. In fact, many divers have mistaken stonefish for harmless rocks, only to realize their mistake a moment too late. Their ability to remain motionless for hours makes them nearly invisible to both predators and prey. Some local fishermen in Australia have developed a keen eye for spotting these hidden dangers, but even experts can be fooled. There are stories of beachgoers accidentally stepping on a stonefish and experiencing excruciating pain within seconds. The venom can cause swelling, tissue death, and even heart failure if not treated quickly. And they're fast. It usually waits for prey like tiny fish or crustaceans to swim past and then strikes with incredible speed. High-speed camera equipment is required to record the feeding of this species. They usually live on rubble or coral bottoms, often under rocks or ledges, but are also known to be able to bury in sand and use their large pectoral fins. It's the most venomous fish in the world. The stonefish has 13 stout spines in the dorsal fin which can inject a highly toxic venom, causing intense pain and believed to have killed many Pacific and Indian Ocean islanders. As long as their surrounding areas remain moist, stonefish can survive up to 24 hours by absorbing oxygen through their skin. This is often seen during retreating tides which leave them partially exposed. So look out and watch your step. That was our list of the 15 most powerful ocean predators in the world. Which of these incredible creatures intrigues you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.